Here it is, the spring of 2020 in Hadley, Massachusetts, and one of the neighbors is out harrowing a field. And by gosh, that is a harrowing experience for all of the soil life. Those earthworms, ground beetles, spiders are all killed or maimed. The mycorrhizal fungi associations are completely destroyed. And even though that farmer may end up with a nice seed bed, his soil life is shot. Over on our side of the fence, the first piece of equipment we bought for certified organic no-till growing was a Rodale model roller crimper for terminating cover crops. It is mounted on a quick attach plate, so it mounts easily on the front forks of our tractor. This also allows us to use downward pressure and eliminates the need to fill the drum with water. The slanted V formation of the crimper blades eliminates a bone-jarring ride. Timing is critical for successful cover crop termination. If you roll too early, the crop can stand back up. Roll too late and the seed heads may be ready to sprout. Softer, less stemmy crops like buckwheat or field peas can clog up the blades, but a mixed cover crop cocktail usually solves that problem. When done correctly, the crimper leaves an evenly mulched bed, ready for transplants. I'd like to make it clear from the start that I haven't been paid anything or received any discounts for any of this equipment that's mentioned in the video, but I'm providing a little bit of contact information if that might be useful to you. Our next purchase was a drop compost spreader. The hydraulic drive allows different compost depths to be spread by varying the implement speed and ground speed of the tractor. This machine works best with screened compost and really does not handle wet, sticky material very well at all. We extended the sides to increase its load carrying capacity and also to make it easier to load. We have found that a light application of compost helps surface-sown cover crops to germinate, while deeper coverings act like a mulch that can be direct seeded or transplanted into. Our latest acquisition is a heavy-duty flail mower. Its main feature is a stout horizontal drum that carries staggered rows of pivoting blades known as hammers. Unlike a standard rotary mower or brush hog that slings all the cut material to one side, with a flail mower, due to its horizontal rotation, chopped material drops straight down onto the bed surface. Mounted behind our tractor on a standard 3-point hitch, it has been used for cover crop termination and also for chopping up crop residues into sheet compost. Oh my goodness, what am I doing here? I could get kicked out of the Tractor Operators Guild for reckless operation. But here's a cover crop cocktail of oats and peas, mown down to about 1 inch high and ready to start their composting process. Doesn't that look nice? Silage tarps are heavy polyethylene plastic, black on one side, white on the other. Heavy is the operative word, with a 32-foot by 100-foot 6 mil thick tarp tipping the scale at 77 pounds before it's wet and dirty. Obviously, they keep water from penetrating to the soil, but they also stop evaporation and thus keep the soil moist. Weed seeds will germinate in these conditions and then die due to lack of sunlight. Macro life like earthworms can thrive, and fungal life appears to be okay even after 4 months of tarp cover. While they are very good at controlling annual weeds, they may not be able to kill perennial weeds with more robust root systems. Occultation strips made from woven polyester ground cover or landscape fabric are available in a variety of sizes from 3 to 12 feet wide. They allow water and oxygen to pass through to the soil surface and can speed up the sheet composting process. Adding a thin layer of compost and even a modest amount of irrigation can help a lot in a dry year. Because they block out light, most annual weed seeds cannot grow, but they really only slow down perennial weed growth unless they can be left in place for 6 months or more. Here's a tip for handling occultation strips. By using a fan fold technique, the folded strips can be wound around a cardboard tube and secured with twine for easy future deployment. The visible fungal activity on the surface of our soils only represents 1/10,000th of the entire fungal mass. The mycorrhizal roots of mushrooms operate in an efficient barter system with all the surrounding plants. The symbiotic relationship that they form exchanges carbohydrates from the plant's roots in return for moisture and minerals from the fungal mass. Plants with fungal associations are more resilient under droughty conditions. The fungal hyphae actually increase the surface area of the roots, which allows greater uptake of nutrients and promotes higher yields. Plants with strong fungal associations can sequester far more carbon from the atmosphere than plants without those interactions. That binding of carbon to plant roots and into our soils, if organic no-till practices are widely adopted, will play a significant role in alleviating our climate chaos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or ask me a question down below. I'll do my best to get back with you. Thanks again.